Broadcasting live from the basement to the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, yeah! Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on this 1 May 2025. 1 May! Man, already in May. Broadcasting deep within the basement of the Pentagon. Someone in Area 51, maybe somewhere in the Alamo. Somebody sent me a meme of Pee Wee Herman's bike underneath the basement of the Alamo. So it exists. It exists. Or somewhere in Space Force Base. I keep messing it up. Vandenberg Space Force Base. Sorry. I got a rep out there. And then, of course, deep within the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, where the Stargate's at, this is Sergeant's Time, bringing you all your Army military news, LPD updates, and, of course, discussing topics. We're going to have this is going to be a fun night tonight. We're going to have Jenna Lumb come on, and she's going to be talking. And I was, like I said, I was laughing my ass off before just by the book cover. And she's going to be joining us to talk about military wives, secrets and lies of military wives. We're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to be talking about Dependas. And man, we've already, from the WTF Nation Jock, we've already have discovered there's some stories that we know of some of the Dependa stuff happening. So make sure you tune in. She'll be joining me in the top of the hour. So yeah, pretty funny. Real quick, lots of Army news happening. I just want to address something that we posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments on the timeline that has everybody thinking they're the best driver on the planet. How about that? I got ice on Mayday. And yeah, exactly. I got May Day. All the communists and stuff like that. Let me pull this video up. And if you guys don't know what video I'm talking about, the video that has everybody up in arms because of, I don't know, it's whatever. So I don't know if you guys saw the post that was posted about what time was it? It was posted around, what was it, 11 o'clock last night or something like that. It was posted pretty late. But it was a video of an altercation that happened on the road in Williamsburg, just north of Virginia. And so I'm gonna pull up that vid right quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, Single to Mile, man, I can't wait. So I'm gonna let you guys take a view of this video, and then we'll discuss. There we go. How about that? All right. All right. So you saw that, right? Let's just go ahead and let's just do a breakdown right quick. So you see right there, you see that the right lane's about ready to end. Okay? And you see a sign right there merging right into left. And this happened in Virginia. So according to Virginia law, you're not supposed to like really stop anybody from merging if they have to. So let's watch right there. Motorcycle passes as it starts to bottleneck in the merge. And that's when it starts. So that's just one portion of it. I'm going to get to the second portion of the video in a second. Now, here's the thing, is that there was a lot of comments inside, and we were getting people just in the inbox going, you guys better, blah, blah, blah. As I'm getting them right now, as I'm getting some of the comments right now, that there is, hang on, yes, so this one right here, it didn't go, let's see, this was messed up, this could have been handled differently, there's no need to resort to this when someone is riding a motorcycle. Another one that I got was, this is crazy, this being you are on a motorcycle, the vehicle's on a cager, and so there you go. That's some of the stuff that we got. Now, so there's also part 2 to this. There's also part 2. You guys will just like, you guys can hit the inbox. You guys can hit the chats on the social media stuff. You don't have to send me direct messages. Appreciate it though. So again, everyone's argued back and forth that the bike should have yield, but again, I'm sorry if you're riding. You show the second video. Yeah, the second video I'm going to show you guys right now. If you have look, if you're driving a car and you think it's okay to road rage against a motorcycle, that's already in the wrong. Whether you are in the right and the motorcycle's wrong, you still don't use your vehicle as a weapon. I maintain your military bearings. Yeah, you ain't lying, dude. So we're gonna show the part 2 of the video, and I'll let you guys decide that too, or I'll let you observe. What does the 5 next to the name mean? What name? What 5? What you talking about, Matt? All right, so let's look at the part 2.
Homie, I got it all on fucking camera, you motherfucker. You trying to fucking kill me, motherfucker? I got it on fucking camera, you dumbass. In military, in fucking uniform, my G. Fuck you. In fucking uniform. Motherfucker, I was merging, you dumbass motherfucker. You trying to fucking take
You were in the goddamn grass.
You are in a car, you dumbass motherfucker.
Drive like you were
It's all on camera. I was in the fucking grass, you dumbass bitch. Fuck you. What are you gonna do? In your fucking military uniform. Go ahead. Go the fuck ahead. Go the fuck ahead. Motherfucker, I am right here. I am right fucking here, motherfucker. Look, there's military.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. It's on camera, you dumbass motherfucker.
Get back to the fucking bike. Get back to the
All right. So, why does it say 5? Oh, I don't know. It might be like 5-year anniversary or something like that. Could be a 5 anniversary follower. So, again, there's comments again. I'm getting, stop. Look, go onto the platform. Stop sending me texts. Stop sending me shit on my phone. Go on to WTF Moments or WTF Extra, any of the platforms. Go to YouTube, as a matter of fact, and go all and comment in there. I could see you. We could see you on all the platforms in the chats. To include X, I could see those. I can see that as well if you get on X. So a lot of going back and forth on what's right, what's wrong, who should have turned right, who should have turned right. Was the more look again? I'm saying this again. I'm pleading, begging you guys. They were both in the wrong, probably as a minor infraction. Like the motorcycle cut. Now look, if you think a motorcycle, a small motorcycle, is cutting you off, it's not like a big rig that cut in front of you and almost got in an accident. But if you think a motorcycle is threatening you that way and cutting you off, then you got some like anger issues. You have a chip on your shoulder. And this goes, I mean, the comments are going crazy. And once the post went up, it's one of those things that, look, I get it. The bike could have been wrong. We don't know that. We will, that's to be determined by law enforcement. But yeah, in a situation like that, if you always err. I've had motorcycles cut me off. I drive, Truckosaurus, murder trucks. And I don't think at one time should I ever pull up against a bike and try to run it off the road. Now, mind you, that was a 2-laner. So that motorcycle had no choice but to stay in that lane. Otherwise, there's passing traffic. So, just saying right now, it doesn't matter if the bike was wrong. You don't use your POV like that. If both parties are military, then one with the lowest rank is wrong. If the party is one party, then they're wrong unless they're an officer. And we all know how it goes. Well, the party that was on the bike was a civilian. Was a civilian. When video was posted, obviously it made its rounds. We were discussing and contacting with the organization, and the organization stated that, quote, "We are aware of the incident involving a leader from one of our subordinate brigades at Joint Base Langley, Eustis. We hold all our leaders in the highest standards of conduct, both on and off duty, and the behavior portrayed in the video is not aligned with Army values. The unit leadership has taken action." And this is from a unit spokesperson. So there you go. That's what we got. I've been cut off by motorcycles. Name your bike, sports bikes, Harleys, name it. Just like, oh, dick. You're such an asshole. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But there was individuals in the comments justifying almost running the motorcyclist off the road. Really, dudes? Nah. So that was the status of that. Oh man, hang on. Let me say this. Dude on air. Dude on air. You guys. I'm on air. There, I'm on air. I'm seeing my little thing just going crazy. So no one's perfect. We don't know what the guy has some personal issues that he hit the back. He's back right. What? Wait, hang on. We don't know if the other guy has some personal issues. He back around for the fact of matter if they're both wrong. I'm just breaking balls. I'm just breaking balls to the person who just sent me a text. I'll get back with you. Again, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can have, look, you can't. That's like getting mad when a 5-year-old hits you in the face and then you justify you hauling off and just punching a 5-year-old. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't dime you out, Johnny, but you decided to do it. Viva La Vargas in the chats. My bad, dude. No, I mean, like, not my bad. I didn't want to, I mean, you've exposed yourself already. So there you go. I'm on air. Hit him in the chats. Hit us in the chats. Yeah, I don't justify. I don't, like I said, the bike could have like cut me off and that would have been it. Everyone immediately say, well, you should have done that. You should have done that. Nah. So that being said, that's the status of the video that's been going around, and appreciate the unit for providing us an update. And yeah, also all the stuff that's going on at NTC, specifically with Cyber Brigade Combat Team. Yeah, of all those things that were listed that were sent to us that we provided to the organization, that But most of it, with the exception of maybe two events, were true. So we're going back to this, like last year when 1st Armored Division, or wait, was it 1st Armored Division, 3rd Infantry Division, went out to NTC, and people in the chats, people in the spouses groups, but I'm so glad we're talking about Dependas tonight. Man, they look like it's a classic foreign information operation campaign to stew all that drama with families. The last time we got some crazy ass stuff about NTC, there was like a mass suicide, like 15 people committed suicide, people, aircraft crashing left and right, 150 heat cats, and we're like, dude, what are you talking about? That's not what happened. So don't get me wrong, we did action those, and there are some of the issues that were brought to us. Some of them were true, the rest, all the other stuff, was not. So action has been taken at your organization to ABCT, so don't worry. Bikes taking unnecessary risks is on the bike and is therefore their bad choice. You don't need to present another problem for the bike with your car. Well, no one's saying that, the person on the bike was wrong. I just immediately, I always, that's the way I see it. Driving my Truckosaurus, driving around town, especially when you're like in Fayetteville or something like that, man, people don't know how to drive. Motorcycles cut you off and all that. Could I like, yep, there you go. I could do that, but don't do that. So follow up to that, I guess, will be coming up later. And there it is. So that's the story of that. That's a story about 2 ABCT. Yeah, but he hit my mirror. Yeah, exactly, dude. Bet you take it to the car wash, they hit your mirror too. Those little brushy things on the side. So I just wanted to give you guys 2 updates on both incidents. The one that we're talking about 2 ABCT, 1st Armored Division, and this event that happened as well. So there you go. Used to ride, about to start again. Trust me, I'm not kicking the knee in its car. All they got to do is yank that wheel hard left. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the reason why that was going is that if you look in the way the camera is, that the car was pushing the bike. Not like physically pushing, but the car was making the motorcycle go into the opposite lane of traffic. So there was cars coming by going like, what the hell, dude? So maybe that's the reason why. Obviously, if it was a Tesla, so I would hope that there was some Tesla footage to come out of that. Again, this is a development story. We'll see what happens. But again, that's what the organization had put out. Best response is to ignore, move. Yeah, that's what, like I said, man. Exactly that, Russell. That's what I do. A motorcycle cuts me off. I'm like, oh shit, damn. Hope you're whatever. The road rage is not worth it. Especially if it can land you in jail, get you in trouble, or get you posted on U.S. Army WT Moments. Why I saw it, the Tesla driver was an idiot, but why you don't get away with the tagging a guy? Well, I mean, if you look at it though, if you look at the video again, I'm not going to play it again, but if you look at the video, the car rushed up to it, like went up like to it, and the next thing you know, the car immediately accelerated to meet up with the bike that was sharing lanes, and that right there is a no-go. So, anyways, all right. So big news coming out of Fort Cavazos. I do appreciate everybody for giving us some information about real quick. This is a real quick blurb. Fort Cavazos has announced, I know we posted this before, and this is going to get shared later, I think tomorrow or today. This was shared before there was a lot of drama happening. Everyone's getting upset about Fort Cavazos hood. Okay, lightning rod stick. Oh, there was an X comment. Lightning rod stick. Tesla truck with a DeLorean. It's a Tesla truck when a DeLorean and a 9-volt have a baby. Yeah. Hood. Okay. For those of you who do not know what Fort Cavazos is, it is formerly known as the Army installation, formerly known as Fort Hood. Now, something we posted up and we asked how come something was posted and then deleted about the Fort Cavazos hunting and fishing program. And then they posted a statement. Well, here's a follow-up statement. Shout out to the PAO team for getting us updated. And this is from about 2 hours ago. The Fort Cavazos hunting and fishing program will remain open The Director of Public Works will continue managing the program with the Department of the Army, civilians, and soldiers. We appreciate your patience and work to preserve programs that matter to our community. So there it is. The program will remain open. So appreciate you guys jumping in the inbox and giving us that information. I appreciate Fort Cavazos, the PAOs. Man, PAOs are like, man, it's been a busy day with PAOs and us. So, but all right. So what's the next one? What's the next topic? All right. What was the next? Oh yeah. So the big news of the Army. Yes, the big news of the Army. I don't know if you guys follow Hots and Cots. Oh, that's a collaborative app that we use to highlight and kind of Yelp your facilities and defects. Have you guys known that there has been some information that's been posted on Hots and Cots, specifically at Fort Johnson, moving fast enough, faster than the speed of drama? They've been able to correct some information, but put that on the side because here's some stuff I want to talk about. So the Army is planning, I don't know if you guys have been seeing all over the webosphere, on Facebook, on Fox News, or whatever, AP. If you're more than likely a Fox News watcher, you're probably going to see it there. The Army is planning a sweeping transformation that will merge or close headquarters, dump outdated vehicles and aircraft, and slash at least 1,000 headquarters staff in the Pentagon and shift personnel to unit in the field. The only light is faster than the speed of drama. I don't know, man. Have you seen the smoke pit? The smoke pit, man. Those kids love, man. That's for the PNN. Yeah, the private news network. And shift personnel to units in the field, according to a new memo and U.S. officials U.S. officials familiar with the changes. In a memo released on Thursday, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth ordered a transformation to build a leaner, more lethal force. Discussions about the changes have been going on for weeks. I'll be honest with you, it's been going on for years because that's what nothing innovative. We've been everyone's been kind of talking about it. Discussions, of course, being on for weeks, including decisions to combine a number of Army commands. Hi, Colonel Dave Buckler. Dave Buckler. Why did I say Buckler? Sorry, I see somebody who has a name that's got Buck in the front of it, so it's like, anyways. Dave Butler. Colonel Dave Butler, an Army spokesman, said the potential savings over 5 years would be nearly $40 billion. Yeah. Russell says, I just want more field artillery. U.S. officials said that as many as 40 general officer slots could be cut as a result of the restructuring. They spoke on the condition of anonymity, of course, to discuss personnel issues. The changes come as the Pentagon is under pressure to slash spending and personnel as part of a broader federal government cuts pushed by President Donald Trump's administration and ally Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. In the memo, Secretary of Defense said the Army must eliminate wasteful spending, prioritize improvements to air and missile defense, long-range fires, cyber electronic warfare, and counter space capabilities. Counter space? How can you counter space? It's kind of out there. Sorry, I'm just going on the script that I was reading from a news outlet. Specifically, he said the Army must merge Army Futures Command and Training and Doctrine Command into one entity and merge Forces Command, Army North and Army South into a single headquarters focused on homeland defense and partnership with our Western Hemisphere allies. Oh, that's a bingo. Check this out. I can't wait to see how this is going to roll out. I am curious. I know that several commands were created due to the workload of other commands being lifted off. And that's why we have, AFRICOM. Because back in the day, Africa used to be a split command between CENTCOM and EUCOM, Central Command and European Command. And then someone's like, you know what? There's a lot of shit's happening in the African continent. There's a lot of shit people don't talk about. What are you doing in Europe? Because the headquarters is in Stuttgart, Europe. Why do you want to talk about this in Africa when you've never been? You're just doing that. Why don't we just have everybody, there's some food fights going back and forth between CENTCOM because CENTCOM had the Horn of Africa and split it down on the side. And then, of course, EUCOM. It was a mess. So AFRICOM was created. That's why. So if you're going to merge Army Futures Command and Training and Doctrine Command, who's going to handle all the projects from Army Futures Command? TRADOC? You're actually, I think, probably going to end up creating more generals or creating more staffs. How are you going to be lean? Well, I take that back. You're going to be more leaner, right? You're going to move everybody who is in those headquarters down to the line units. So what's going to happen to all those projects from Futures Command? You're going to call it the Army Training and Doctrine Futures Command, or it's just going to be still TRADOC? Forces Command in R North and R South. Army North and Army South and two. That's going to be interesting as well. Kind of want to see how that's going to happen. Tim Kennedy. How they going to do it? Tim Kennedy, is that what you're saying? We have to pay for more important things like a golf course and a massive parade. I'm glad you brought that up, Mike. Operation Cupcake, where the soldiers who are at the Pentagon would be going on steps of Congress or going through the halls of Congress to hand out cupcakes. That's quite a tasking. Are you going to see a USACOM? Here's the thing. I'll say it. I think USSOCOM needs some cuts, but in other places. There are cutting capabilities in USSOCOM that don't need to be cut, but adding more. Does that make sense? To go back on the R North, Northcom, I kind of want to see how are they going to handle disaster response, humanitarian assistance on our homeland. How's that going to work? In addition, the Secretary of Defense has called for the Army to consolidate units to include the Joint Munitions Command and Sustainment Command. I like shut the fuck up cakes. That's pretty good. I like that. Officials said that while the mergers will result in fewer staff positions, there won't be a decrease in the Army's overall size. Instead, soldiers would be shifted to other posts. Right. So when you merge Army Futures Command and TRADOC, you're going to be like, all these projects that Futures Command had on there that was, I don't know, probably innovative to the soldier on the battlefield. So again, I'm just curious to see how this plays out. On the chopping block would be legacy weapons and equipment programs such as the Humvee. I think most of the Humvees have been pulled out for the JLTVs, right? Most of them's been, unless they're like 1151s, like legacy vehicles. Along with a number of armor and aviation units across the active duty forces, National Guard and Reserve. The units were not identified. The key issue will be Congress. For years, lawmakers have rejected Army and Pentagon efforts to kill a whole range of programs. And I don't know why. It's because some of them are in their districts. Then there's going to be jobs waiting for somebody to come out of the woodwork to say, it's usually Alabama, like Tuberville, whatever the guy's name is, Senator Tuberville. Oh, I was saying that this should be all right. Or, or Mitch McConnell. Oh, this is wrong. Defense Department and service leaders learned long ago to spread headquarters, depots, troops installations across the country to maximize congressional support, but those efforts have stymied later to chopping programs. So it's unclear whether the House and Senate will allow any of these cuts or simply add money back to the budget of excellence. There you go. Now, to go back about them cupcakes, those massive parade. Here's the thing. And I always tell everybody who freaks out about Trump, the president, POTUS, and this is my only political thing. His birthday just happens to fall on the Army's birthday. There you go. 250 years. 250 years, right? The establishment of our country, right? All that stuff, it just so happens to have fallen on this administration's lap, and everyone's throwing fucking hate because you know for a fact, had this happened during the past administration, or Trump 1.0, or the Obama administration, there would be so much fucking dog and pony for the 250th, it'd be unreal. So everyone could miss me with all that bullshit. This is going to be a big bear. It was going to happen anyways. It just so happened to be under this administration. So it's kind of funny. Everyone being upset. Again, I'm kind of using the analogy of the motorcycle and the Tesla. If you feel like you need to mow down a motorcycle because you feel like it cut you off, That's the kind of category I put you on about some of the stuff. Again, this stuff may or may not happen. Again, it's got to be up to Congress. And then we will definitely see what goes on from there. I'm excited. Again, I kind of want to see what happens. The A10 being cut. I know, man. I know. The A10. Bert life. That's, oh well. Again, we're just going to have to see what happens. A lot of the doctrine that we're talking about, is talking with some friends, saying that, you know what, I even talked about it on the There Will Be Bourbon podcast when I was on there over the weekend. I talked about it as well. We were all talking about back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, how we used to talk about air guard in a convoy. And, you know, the way we've been trained, oh, no way, our air defense capabilities or air superiority, there's no way we'd have to pull air guard. Well, now they're talking about how are we going to protect the force against drones when it comes to, air defense. Like a lot of soldiers don't have, stingers or, the angry R2D2, CRAM. Nobody has access to that. So we're going to have to go back to old school stuff, right? And you have to sit there and shoot down the old air guard technique when you're on a convoy because of drone warfare. Again, going to be spicy. Oh, wait, I forgot. Your emerging Army Futures Command with TRADOC. So that means all those projects to counter the drones. Who's going to handle that project? Just curious. Just curious. One more story before we take a break with a guest. And let me what was the one thing that we were talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys know that on Monday we broke the news of how many personnel. It reminds me when they killed the in-laws cannon after building the factory and making them cost. Yeah, exactly. So we have our guest coming on in 10 minutes, but I wanted to shoot the shit and let you guys know about that big bust that happened in Colorado Springs. And so in Colorado Springs, they had that big drug bust. We broke the news about how many service members and Dependas. Typical Army, fix the problem till it's FUBAB. You mean FUBAR. Who's going to handle it? Boeing. Yeah. So at any rate, so you remember that big drug bust that happened in Colorado Springs, right? Well, there's been a development. And of course, remember how we posted on the Monday edition, we talked about how there was going to be more busts. And so a soldier who was charged for cocaine distribution worked as a security at the busted underground nightclub. So he was involved. So the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI Denver office said the soldier at Fort Carson is now facing federal charges related to distributing cocaine. According to FBI Denver, and this is going to be posted on the TL at U.S. Army WTF Moments, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Juan Gabriel Orona Rodriguez was arrested on Wednesday by special agents. His criminal complaint says that he was worked as security at the Colorado Springs Underground Club that was raided over the weekend. According to the complaint, he was one of the 17 active duty service members at the club at the time of the raid. So there you go. So that's the stuff. That's I'm sorry, I'm changing cameras and stuff right now. So that's the update. FBI believes that Oronio Rodriguez held ownership and leadership role in Immortal Security. Immortal Security. DEA agents with whom I spoke and believe that the employees of Immortal Security are involved in drug distribution, and that employees of Immortal Security, it almost sounds like it says Immoral Security. Makes me want to say that now. Immortal Security are carrying firearms for providing security at warlike and similar establishments, wrote an FBI special agent in the complaint. Court documents contain text messages alleged that sent between Oronio Rodriguez's phone and another unarmed subject. The FBI says the suspect is probably from Mexico, more likely is from Mexico, and in the country illegally. So those text messages are outlined below, and there's a slew of text messages. So, man. Additionally, the FBI, and again, that's going to be posted on the timeline at U.S. Army WTF Moments. Additionally, the FBI says that they believe Orona Rodriguez was selling guns to people living in the U.S. illegally. The agency criminal complaint alleges that Orona Rodriguez texted videos of guns and sold to customers. Damn, dead to rights. You're going to see it in the article when it gets posted. Fort Carson officials confirmed to KRDO 13, which is where we got the article from, on Thursday morning that Orona Rodriguez is indeed a Fort Carson soldier. We are aware the FBI, and with the assistance of Army CED, took a Fort Carson soldier into custody, a Fort Carson official said in a statement to KRDO 13. Thursday morning, we will continue to cooperate with all agencies involved. So he was a member of the military. He was staff sergeant, presently assigned to the 1st Striker Brigade Combat Team, 4th Infantry Division. His record shows of Army Commendation Medal with combat device, 2 Army Commendation Medals, 10 Army Achievement Medals, 3 Certificate of Achievements, and a Meritorious Unit Citation. The cop's like, what is cracking, yo? Exactly. So, all right, let me get, I can't wait. We're going to get our Dependa guest. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. We're going to get our Dependa guest set up. I'm going to get her lined up in the shop. I am excited because there was Dependas arrested too. So I guess it's kind of the theme of the show. We kind of like add that on there too. But again, Jenna Lumb's going to come on, author, and we're man. I'm just telling you right now, from what we've heard in the WTF Nation staff, that some of the tea that's inside, her book has probably been posted to U.S. Army WTF Moments. But I can't wait, and we'll let her spill the tea on the tea that she spilled in that novel. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I just can't wait. So, anyways. So we're going to take a break. Make sure you smoke them if you got them. Head to the head or the latrine and, go refill your glasses and shots. So see you in a second. I don't want to be
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. It moves straight like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. It moves straight like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army of the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where tales untold. In the Army's world, where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say, Army double for fuff every single day.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
Oh man, I got my guest here, Jenna Lumb. Hey, what's going on? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Author of, I love it. Author of The Secrets and Lives of Military Wives. That almost has a ring to it.
Yeah,
it does. The Secret Lives of Military Wives. Anyways, welcome to U.S. Army WTF Moment Sergeant's Time, man. Okay, so real quick, tell us about yourself.
Nothing really exciting. I'm just a mom, a wife, and a swim instructor.
Okay, but you are a military spouse, or were a military spouse, right?
I am. I'm currently a military spouse. My husband is active Navy.
Ooh, active Navy. Oh, okay. That's all right. It's still a spouse, mil spouse. So what? Okay, real quick, man. I'm just gonna. So does your spouse know that you're coming on here? Everything's cool, right? Everything. Is he gonna
He's parenting the child.
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say he's gonna make sure you're not gonna get in trouble.
No.
So what made you decide to do a book like Secrets of the Lives of Military Wives?
Honestly, I was bored when he was deployed, and I just started writing all of the drama, and then I wanted to turn it into something else, but I didn't quite know how to do that. I wanted to do a YouTube show type thing, but I didn't know how to do that, so I know how to write. And it just became a book eventually. It took a while though, because I wanted to make sure that I had permission for all of the stories in my book, because I didn't want to hurt anybody.
I mean, so
Yeah.
I mean, so they were cool with. I mean, there was people that were cool with you.
Most of them are just personal stories from friends or people that posted anonymously on some sites, and they decided to say, "Hey, this is me that posted this. Feel free to use it." So yeah, I got permission from everything except for some news ones, which I don't need permission to post about the news.
Awesome. And did they? Are they going to get any Dependa cut? I mean, the Dependum. I mean, is it?
No, they're just in my book.
They're just in your book.
They're just here to help, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have some people that didn't quite understand that everything has been gifted to me to use. There's nothing in here that I took from anybody unwillingly.
Okay, gotcha. Now, did some of the, because some of the stories in there, I mean, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun to write. It did make deployment go by a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, and what? Okay, I mean, okay, go. I mean, I don't want to spoil the book, but I want the audience to know that you get some good tea. So what's some of the tea that you could talk about? I don't want to spoil it though.
Oh no, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. I want people to read it. They have to experience it. I will say my favorite story is Nina. It made me laugh a lot when I was writing it, and then a personal friend was the one that gave me that one, so it kind of makes it more funny. It's filled with cheating. It's filled with everything that you would assume happens in base housing and military families is in the book, but there's also more that you're like, wait, that actually happens. But it just gives you a look into different types of dependas. Yeah. There's many.
So that's funny. Do you think now here's the thing. Do you and everybody is everyone gets mad at the term dependa. Some
they do.
Some own it. Some dependa power. I'm a dependa. Blah blah blah. And some treat that as the most vile thing you could say about a military family member.
I know. I actually had to make 2 separate covers. So this is Miss Dependa.
Yeah, exactly.
She's my favorite, but then I had a bunch of salty people, so I had to make a cute one. But I had a bunch of salty people, mostly Dependas, that didn't like that. The one that it looks like they didn't like it, so I had to make a cute one. But you either love it or hate it. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's funny. I think it's witty.
Well, I think the thing is that. It's a matter of whatever waves of what's considered offensive to people now. So you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to stop saying. We posted a Dependa post on Army WTF Moments, and the hate mail that we got, the drama that you guys are trying to do, and you guys are trying to perpetuate the stereotype and blah 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 blah. And then, and then one day we just like decided to say, you know, screw it. We're gonna go ahead and just, you know, anything Dependa related or kind of catch it. Is it? Go ahead.
You either love it or hate it.
Right.
So, I mean, when I was first married, I was a little like, wait, that kind of hurts my feelings. Like, I just moved over here. I don't have a job. Am I a Dependa? And like, but now that I'm older and like, I'm just, it's just a funny little joke.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You have to learn how to laugh at yourself a lot too. Soldiers, we do it to ourselves anyways. You got the young ones calling us us old guys old. You know, they throw their little comments up. They say boomer. They call us boomer NCOs or something like that. If we're boomer, I'm not. You know, boomer's a whole different age category. But no, veteran. They call each other pogues. Everyone goes back and, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's your own subset. It's almost like a dependent. It's almost like a family member subset culture that people don't realize. It's made prevalent with Facebook pages and stuff like that, or Facebook groups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get some spicy, some of the spiciest stuff in there that we're like, where's this from? And we're
honestly, you can just like sit there with popcorn and scroll on these base housing pages.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yep. Did anybody from the military? Because you said you're a Navy spouse. So did anybody from the Navy goes, hey, wait a minute, you know, are you talking about us, or was this?
Not really. Just because again, the stories are so personal that I mean, there's a few in there that if you relate to it, then you relate to it. But I had a couple people who are like, oh, I think I know that person, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then they would like give me a name, and I'd be like, oh, okay, and in my brain, I'm like, no, those genders were reversed. So because there's a lot of gender reversal in here, just to like people are like, hey, I don't want this to come back at me, so switch it and make it like this is a guy now and this is a girl now, but tell my story. I'm like, okay.
All right, you guys hear that? That's the code. That's the code right there. She just let the code out. So if it's a girl, no, just kidding. I'm sure there's some stories in there that you left alone on its own.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of them that were like, hey, I want this out there. Like, I want my ex to see this. I hope she gets the book, or I hope he gets the book, stuff like that. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there were shots fired.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, because I mean, in a way, that's kind of like a good way to get it out there when you're not on, you know, if you're not using social media or something like that. Has any adult children come at you about this stories? Like, there's some.
No.
Okay.
No. There's a couple of again, like, I think I added so many like extra little details in the stories to make it seem like it's not, it wouldn't be them. Like, they wouldn't know it's them if their mom did it or their dad did it or whatever.
Yeah. We'll throw some tea out anyways. Did they did the people that provided the stories, are there some that don't know it's about them?
I mean, like, if a couple of them, like if the husband or wife gave me a story about their significant other and what they did, then no, they probably don't know, but they will know if they get the book.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's like, let me tell you what my wife or husband did, and you can write about it because it's my story. I give you permission.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm just wondering, did you have to go through any like divorce filings or something like that to get some of the good ones, or it's just?
No, they sent me proof I always asked for proof, so they would send me screenshot proof so that I'm not writing any lies. And then a couple of them I definitely had to lighten up a little bit because they got pretty dark, and I wanted it to be more humorous instead of like, oh, that's sad. So no, for the most part, it was just, we were all in communication, and then I'd be like, hey, do you want me to use a random name generator, or do you want to pick your names? That's what some of the names are the same, because a lot of mostly men actually were like, no, I want to pick my names. And they're repetitive. So like I put in the beginning, like, hey, it's your guys' fault that there's repeating names because you guys have no creativity. So, but no, it was supposed to be 2 times thicker, but I decided to turn it into a series. So there'll be more coming out.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it was supposed to have 100 stories in it, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna be an experiment. I'm still tweaking some of the stuff, so I only put a quarter of them in there. And
Girl, we're gonna talk after this.
Yeah. I need more. I'm working on. So I have the Secrets and Lives of Military Wives book 1. This is a special edition. It's not out yet. It comes out in June, and the last 3 pages is a sneak peek into book 2, which is called Salty Sailors and Sea Stories.
Ooh.
And that is more the deployment side of things. So
Gotcha.
it's mostly men right now, but I'm trying to get some women's stories. But men and women are sending me their deployment stories, and it's a new narrator called Deck Daddy. And he's telling the stories.
Oh man, that is genius.
Dependas.
That is genius.
Yeah.
So it's almost
So
like it's almost like I've served with some with some Navy personnel, and they always have these opposite names that we have deck plate leadership, and they have on the deck, and you know, in the Army we just suck at eating our Marines in the field and around a fire, and then we'll get in trouble for having a fire, or we cause a forest fire from the fire. No, that's genius. No, that's almost like, man, yeah, exactly that. Everyone's got. Amy says that I could send some stories in.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, I could. I'm a divorce enthusiast, man. So I got this.
Stories. I have some pretty good ones so far. The narrator is a very salty ABF, and he is the deck daddy. He's in charge of the whole flight deck, and so he gets to see everything. And I have some Army, I have some Marines, I have other stories in it, but I'm trying to make it more Navy themed. So like if I have a deployment story, like where they were out in the field, I do change it so that it goes more towards the ship.
Gotcha. So that's, you're doing an Army, I mean a Navy one. So are you going to do a series for the Army and a series for the? Oh man, oh, this is gonna be fun.
So the first one, Secret Lives of Military Wives, book 1. While this one is selling, I'm writing Salty Sailors and Sea Stories. While Salty Sailors and Sea Stories is selling, I will be writing, pretty much just finishing up the second book of this.
Yeah.
Then while that one's selling, I will be doing another either Army, Marines, Space Force. I don't know yet.
Oh, there's some they got some funny ones in there too.
Yeah.
The Air Force has got some good stories because because we don't. I mean, even the Navy. I mean, just joking around with our Air Force people, because we have Air Force veterans on our team, but we don't really consider them like the military. We kind of like, are you? It's, you know what I mean? It's like, are you really sucking? Are you to Army personnel and spouses and Navy personnel and their spouses? There are versions of I guess you would say suck and suffering is different than an Air Force one. Like an Air Force one, their cable goes out, and the next you know, it's like the end of the world or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty funny because somebody said also known as Jody's rules to live by.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Do you have any Jody stories in there too?
That's gonna be in the next one. I have a barracks bunny story.
Oh,
damn. I have a. I'm trying not to give it away.
No, I understand. No, this is, like I said, it's the deck daddy. You know, it's like I can almost picture. I mean, I can actually picture a Navy chief sitting there in his khakis with a cup of coffee, and everyone's gathered around him in the galley, and they're all like talking.
Let's see if I can. I have a poster, but I might be too close. This is our deck daddy.
Oh wow! Oh damn! Matter of fact, let me. I think I got that on your site.
Yeah. So it's on the Instagram. And the Instagram, if you just search up the Secrets and Lives of Military Wives, it should pop up. Because it's just the name of the book.
Hang on, I'll look this up right quick because this is All right, I'm gonna pull up your Facebook picture.
Oh.
There you go. Hang on. Let me open this up right for a second. There we go. We can do a side by side. There we go. Look at that. There you go.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
that was my first book signing.
yeah, no, that's so. Oh, speaking of which, so where do you travel when you do your book signings? Though, are you primarily East Coast, West Coast? Does it matter, or
just Virginia right now?
Okay, yeah, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Somebody said that I have a discount punch card and punched out the next one's free of all my.
Oh gosh.
So salty sailor sea story, man. I like that. Now, why is that supposed to be a kraken? Is that supposed to be like
It's a squid.
It's a squid. Gotcha.
So I had to make it look more like an octopus because it looked very questionable when I did a squid. So we had to go with an octopus.
Yes, I was about to say the imagery of a squid with a very phallus type of.
Yeah, it looked very inappropriate. So I just went with the octopus.
Are you gonna have it like a ponytail, like it's like tied to the back of the head or something like that? So,
Yeah,
something like that. But no, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So then Deck Daddy, he's so basically Deck Daddy's gonna be taking us on the journey of the.
Yep,
Oh,
he
man.
has taken over the Instagram a couple of times, asking for sea stories. And there's been some cool art on there. I have an artist right now that is doing a different type of art, and she's going to be doing a special edition book, which will have the Salty Sailors and Sea Stories and the Secrets and Lives of Military Wives together in one book once it comes out. So it'll be both of them in one, just for the hardback special edition. And her art will be on the cover.
Nice.
So she's kind of working on making it her own style with my characters.
Now, I was about to say you're building up quite a crew of characters there. Do you have? So you're gonna have one for the Army, have one for the Space Force.
I have to figure out what they call each other in the other branches.
The other branches.
I have to do some more research because I only know Navy. My brother-in-law is in the Army, so
Okay.
I can ask him stuff with that. But I need to figure out more characters.
So ours is like we have Black Knights, and then we have the donkey from West Point, the jackass.
Okay,
so
yeah, I like that.
So those and there's been some images that have been on T-shirts and football gear of the donkey. And then the Air Force, they have for their academy, they have the Falcons. They have like a falcon.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that you're basically almost creating a
little universe.
A little universe of little cartoon
that's
characters.
What I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've seen it done before, but I've never seen it done like this. Does that make sense? I've seen it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I'll take that back. I've seen characters try. I mean, they did okay. But this is like Netflix level shit. This is some of the stuff.
That's what I wanted. I wanted it so bad. That was where I was like, if I do it on YouTube, maybe I can do it to Netflix, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, I know how to write. I like to read. I'll just write a book. And then hopefully the right people will see it. They'll be like, hey, let's turn it into a show. Because that would be really cool. I'm picturing like a Letterkenny style.
Yeah. And almost like CGI heads of the characters, like in the world of that world.
Just living the life.
I couldn't imagine how you think of the Army. Well, I mean, we're around dumpsters and trashy bases. The Air Force is around, high profile,
peppy.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah, peppy. Yes, like it appears that the Army is acting up again.
Yeah.
And then Deck Daddy's going, shut up, blah blah blah, and going off and everything.
Oh yeah, Deck Daddy's like drunk all the time. So.
Dude, that's awesome. Are you gonna do one for the Coast Guard? Does the Coast Guard even have a character? Like in real, I don't even know about that. What's the mascot?
I'll feel bad if I don't, so I'll have to.
No, it's better. I'm gonna look at it right now. I'm gonna see Coast Guard mascot because I don't even know if they even what their mascot is. Coast Guard, because we are in an interactive. We're an interactive show here, so all right, Coast Guard mascot. Let's see. Coast Guard mascot, Academy mascot, because we're going to go by the Academy. So it's a bear.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's a bear.
But why a bear?
I did not know that. The United States Coast Guard Academy mascot is a bear.
That's weird.
That is how, dude, that is not how. Hang on, let me see. Yeah. OBG the bear. It is in 1926, the Academy selected a black bear as its mascot because the bear is bold and tenacious, attributes befitting the Coast Guard and its officers. And also that year, the Coast Guard mascot is a life preserver. No, you can't. It's got to be an animal baconator.
I gotta see what nicknames people call them, because like the reason why he's a squid is that's a nickname that my husband said they give to sailors. Is
yeah, back in the day, they used to call us army dogs or dog face, or something like that. But again, our mascot is the jackass. So for West Point, what, the dogs or the mascot or the jackass?
The jackass.
Yeah.
That'd be more fun.
Yeah, it's better. Let me see. The Army, USMA, USMA. Let's see, Donkey Army. All you gotta do is just Donkey Army. That sounds like a very suggestive name for a adult themed video. Donkey Army. Hang on, I want to make sure. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't. I mean, let me make sure this is not being opened up here. I don't want to have the. I've had that before. Someone sent me. Someone sent me something to look up, and I looked at it on Google while we were having a side by side, and it'd be very.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. Military Academy, Donkey Army. Let's see what's up with that academy. Now look at the academy. Army mules. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not jackass. It's the mule. Okay, sorry. I already got West Pointers hitting me up. Mule. So it's a mule. So did you know the only Coast Guardsmen in American history, the only Coast Guardsman in American history received the Medal of Honor? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Really? For real? So here is the Army's mule. I'm glad. This is fun. We're doing collaborative.
We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning stuff. So let me grab this right here, so we can do another window cap, and that way you can see side by side. Here's a West Point cadet with a mule.
Oh God, I looks like a nerd.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun character. That one's gonna be cool to do. So,
that's gonna be cute.
It's almost like, you ever watch that cartoon BoJack Horseman?
Yes.
That's what's gonna be like. And when he gets mad, oh, he's gonna go.
Yep.
Oh, here comes the Navy. Oh, and then Deck Daddy's going, shut up,
Oh God.
That's classic.
Yeah, some of the stories in Salty Sailors right now. I have some questionable piercings. I have someone acquiring an animal overseas and sneaking it on the boat. I have some, what else? I can't say that. That'll give away the whole thing.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I have a bunch.
No. This is not. As somebody asked, was that the donkey from Shrek? No. Yeah, the donkey that is so drunk that it thinks it's a horse. Yeah. No. That's actually a pretty good idea. I never saw it, or I never thought of it like that, of having your mascots going after each other. And so, are you gonna have this? Are you gonna have it like a story time scenario, and then it's gonna, like, as Deck Daddy's talking to the little squidlets, they're gonna be they're gonna have, they're gonna be like, oh here, and then all of a sudden it's gonna change scenery, like you're gonna see a boat or something like that. Have you already, like,
I don't know.
So you haven't really.
No,
I
haven't thought about like the show so much, just because I kind of gave up on it because I don't have the right like connections for that. But the books are all narrated by the character on the front of the book. So the first book is Miss Dependa, and she's like giving all the tea. The second book is Deck Daddy, and he's just like, hey, listen up, this is what happens on deployment. And he tells stories from his dad. Like, his dad gives him stories of what happened to him in the Navy, so like he goes into detail with that too, and then his uncle and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so awesome. No, I'm looking for that's like I said, that's genius on that.
I'm having fun. I'm for sure having fun.
Yeah, no. I'm about to say, no doubt, you probably would be. I was like, you are having fun, because I
am.
I mean, there's probably some time that you've wrote, and like I said, the WTF Nation staff has been like laughing at the anecdotes of the little, and I'm like, There's no fucking way. There's no way that we know who did this, or we know what news story this came on. So
yeah, I can. There is. I will say in one of the chapters, a bunch of our friends, well, a bunch of my husband's friends from work, likes the one where that we go into like what PCS means or POA and stuff like that, and they didn't know what Bohica was, and so they actually use that at work now, and it's an ongoing joke. So yeah, the acronym chapter is probably my husband's friend's favorite.
Well, and what's funny is that Bohica was an old military term from back in the day that was like, and for you guys that don't know it, when we post Bohica, sometimes we literally have to have people, what does Bohica mean? And there'll be like an old veteran in the comments. It means bend over, here it comes again. Yeah. So it's like that's what Bohica means, you know, just like snafu or just like, you know, foobar or whatever.
Yeah,
no, that's classic.
They didn't hear it before, and so now it's used at work, I guess, from what I've been told.
Did you have experience as a writer already?
Surprisingly, just children's books.
No. Oh yeah, that's okay because you know,
drastic change.
I was about to say that's people could be like, whoa, damn, you went from
whoa,
yeah, right, you know, talking about playgrounds to talking about deployments. So
yeah, no, me and my daughter did some like fun things. I like to write on my free time, like I like creative writing. I do it on my phone or on my laptop just for funsies. But me and my daughter did some projects, some little stories for her and my nephews and my nieces. There's one called The Hide and Seek Champion. It's about Bigfoot hiding in mine and my husband's hometown. Malala, Oregon is where we're from. And there's one that me and my daughter worked on together called Peyton's Fascinating Animal Facts. And it's like 100 different animals with facts that me and her got to do research on. But in between writing, like, because right now I can't write anything without stories. That's why I need people's stories. And you can send them to the Instagram. That's where I'm collecting them. But in between that, I do coloring books. So I've been making coloring books on the side.
Yeah,
I kind of do it all.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, no, it's just that. I mean, it's an outlet. Somebody suggested that we do sometimes, you know, post up. We got 15 years worth of shit that's on our timeline.
I need more stories.
You need more stories. You couldn't get.
I need more old, like, crusty sailor stories. I don't not the new military stories. Those ones are boring. Like, I'm sorry, but they're boring. It's just like, oh, I got my nipple pierced. Okay. What else happened? Like, what else happened?
That's a good Dependa. Good job. There you go.
Good job. But what else happened? What happened in Dubai? What happened in Bahrain? Like, tell me what is happening, please.
Oh, that's so freaking funny.
We're currently collecting a story about a brothel in, I think, Turkey. I don't remember.
In Turkey, really?
But I don't remember if it was Turkey, but somewhere over there. I'm writing it right now. I just don't remember where it was from. But that's which one we're working on right now. We're just trying to get all the details from him.
Are they
This one's a lot more raunchy than the secrets and lies of military wives. This one's aimed towards women. The other one's aimed towards men. So
have you had any women come after you and say, what the hell are you doing? Like, just get like pissed off and not just not so much the people that assisted in the content, but like you're perpetuating stereotype.
I've had I was a part of a group on Facebook that actually helped me quite a bit at first. I still am like super thankful for that group, but there was about 8 women from that group that were just in my inbox, just honestly just hurting my feelings with all of these things that they were saying. Pretty much like, if you can't clap for me, just scroll away. But they were getting pretty raunchy in there, so I actually had to leave that group, and then that just created a whole drama infestation. So yeah, there's been a few.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I get kicked out of groups all the time when as soon as I'll make a comment or something like that. Then they realize that I'm part of WTF Nation Radio, Because, I'm a person too. I like to see tea. And sometimes I like to step away from the inbox and see what's out there. And the next thing you know, someone's like, wait a minute, you're in here collecting information for WTF Minutes.
No.
You better. I'm like, no, I'm just sitting here hanging out. But I think you're fucked up for saying this, or I think you're messed up for saying that. And then the next thing you know, you can no longer comment in this group, or you're no longer part of this group. So.
See, mine was more towards the fact that they weren't letting me talk. So I started from nothing. Like I had zero money making this. So when it comes to the art, I am an artist. I can sketch. I did all the sketches myself, but to finish it up, I used programs that people don't like right now. But what they don't know is I also, with the funds that I made from my book, I hired an illustrator to do more art so that I'm actually paying someone else to do my art for me, because the way that I did the art is making people angry. And that it was only 8 people, but they banded together and got a bunch of people to just honestly shit on my reviews. And
So
Amazon's.
So they review bombed you. They try to.
They did, and Amazon took care of it before I even talked to them, because they said, they actually emailed me and they're like, hey, we're getting a bunch of bad reviews for your book with people that haven't even purchased it. Is it okay if we take them off? I said, yes, please, because I know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But I do have my first bad review printed and hanging up in my room, because it is from one of my old neighbors at Base Housing. Shout out to Chris. He was a dick. He was horrible. And he was the first bad review, and I don't think he knows this, but I can tell he didn't buy the book, and his entire review was AI written. So shout out to Chris. But he definitely made me laugh, and I could have gotten it taken down, but I left it on there because good job.
Yeah, good job, Chris. Yeah, thanks, Chris. There you go. There you go. That's pretty funny that you just name dropped him right there. That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
No, he's horrible.
Yeah. Are you gonna make him a character in the book?
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be a character.
He's definitely in there.
That's
definitely in there.
Now you said that was most of it dealing with what do you see a higher percentage of it between women spouses or male spouses? Have you seen any? What's the who? I don't want to say who has the most drama, but who has the most drama? Between issues.
Honestly, when it comes to the military wife side of things, I only go to FRG meetings to people watch. But at FRG meetings, it's mostly he said, she said, whispers from women or stuff like that. But most of it is honestly the men. The women are just oh my God, did you hear what he did to his wife, or did you hear what happened with them and stuff like that? It's just.
So you're saying so the dudes got more drama? Oh man,
the dudes have more drama. Honestly, they're the ones that have been.
No, these are just stay-at-home dads. Their spouses are in the Navy, right? And they're serving, and they have more drama. It's almost like
Theirs is more fun. That's what I have to say. Theirs is more fun drama. Women are just pecky. They're just. We're judgy. We just judge people, and I'm being one of them. I judge, but the men have more what happened? Whoa, where did that come from? Because they're not women, so you can do more things in front of them that they won't judge, because mostly men don't judge. Besides, no offense, but looks, that's it. If you do something funny, they're gonna be that's funny. I'm gonna write that down in my memory.
Well, most dudes, like you said, judge on looks, balding, and guns. Mm-hmm. That's where we judge the most.
Women's all behavior. We're all behavior. And
no, dudes, because
I've
been in some circles where guys talk the most trash about what kind of gun another guy has, or what they're whatever, or they're balding or something like that, and they're old, fat, and stuff like that, and they're judging women on their size. I'm like, dude. I mean, come on. I've seen. You're right. Dudes could be just as much as bitches as women.
Women are more catty.
More. Yeah, guys are like, shut up. No, you shut up. I won't talk anymore. Delete me. Fine. And then they sit. And then we stop talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen straight up Dependa battles on the main page timeline that go on, and then the next a different post, somebody else will say something, and then another spouse will come in out of the woodwork to comment on that other spouse that they have beef with. We watched it for about 8 months a few years back. 8 months, there was just two spouses that were just going back and forth. And I'm like, you guys seeing this? Is it me? Or is it just like every time someone makes a comment, oh, look, this is messed up. You mean messed up like you're writing? No, this is, you know, whatever.
And it's always the same. It's always the same, like, people. It's honestly, in these groups, like, you have the different pages. You have, like, in Virginia, we have, like, base houses everywhere. We have all these base housing pages. And so you have the ones from Virginia Beach. You have the ones from Norfolk, Hampton, Chesapeake, and Portsmouth. And it's like every single one of these pages, there's always this one person. Everyone knows them because they're always starting shit all the time.
You ain't lying, because they're every time. And as a matter of fact, there were several posts, and this was within the last year. There was always, because we do like we're like you, we like to people watch, and we're like, okay, someone makes a comment or whatever, and then they come in our inbox and say you shouldn't bully somebody, blah 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 blah, and immediately what we do is we go to their profile, we go to all their social media profiles, and we find out that individual is like the center of attention for all the drama. They always start shit. They're always like in the middle of stuff. They like to quote shit that's not even legal in legal terms. That's no laws have been written. You better put this or don't delete this because of blah blah blah. And then we go through their, and then when some of us find out, oh shit, we're in the same group as that person, or oh shit, we're
yeah.
And you're like,
that happens all the time.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, oh okay, let me look up this name, and then bam, there it is. And I'm like, oh shit. So for somebody who likes to shit talk about bullying, and this is for the audience out there. For a lot of people that like to talk shit about bullying, we sure see a lot of bullying from those that call out people for bullying. You know what I mean? So
honestly, like, I have friends that are military wives. I'm not shitting on them, but I have never, even in high school, I was bullied in high school, grade school, middle school. I have never seen as many bullies as being a military spouse. Like, after being a military spouse, there are so many people that have just like nothing else to do. Like just nothing. Like, just be nice. Be nice. It's free. It's free. Just be nice.
Well, I mean, some of it is because individuals, you have to think, specifically spouses that, you know, that marry into the military life, you're thrusted into positions that or duty stations that you've, and different locales that you've never served. So next thing you know, somebody's from Middle America, and bam, they're at a base that all of a sudden, oh look, people are paying attention to me now. If I say something, someone's going to listen to me. And and they were not of whatever you know, where they were from, but then they get married to somebody in the military, then they go move, and of course everyone's going to say, oh, now you're saying that people in the military don't come from. No, I'm just saying that that's generally what we see in the inbox as well. Is and then somebody, how do I say that? Somebody used this term to me. Somebody glows up.
Yes.
Because they've moved into an area that they probably weren't very popular or very, you know, talked about in their hometown, and they glow up, and the next thing you know, they're like the center of attention for everybody. You're like, dude,
who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where did you come from?
Yeah. Over the last year, we've had the same thing. We've had the ones that you could totally tell that were, we got it. Yep, you're pretty popular now here and all that, and you're quoting legal shit that's not even legal shit, and we get it a lot. We definitely get a lot. Now, has anybody like come at you, like threatened you, like any death threats or any I'm gonna kick your ass,
just,
you know?
No, just the one. I think it was 8 ladies, like 8 individual, all ladies, that came after me for the art on my book, and that was it. Everyone else is pretty much, you either love the book or hate the book. I was kind of going for a mixture of like chicken soup for the soul mixed with like I don't even know. I was just trying to go for like The Help, the movie The Help. And so some people like it, some people hate it, but mostly the mean ones. And like, I'm all up for like constructive criticism. If you don't like the book, it's not gonna hurt my feelings, because I personally don't even read humor. Like, I don't read humor books. I can write them, but I do not read them. I read more like fantasy books, more dystopian fantasy books or dystopian books. But Yeah, most of the hate has just been like, "Oh, your book sucks."
Your book sucks because you depicted me as a hippo.
Yeah, or like you're. I've had one person say you're making military wives. I don't even remember what they said, but you're making military wives all look this way, and you're stigmatizing them. Like, no, I'm not. I'm literally telling you. All the stories are real. I'm not doing anything. I'm just telling them.
No, but there's some, like
you
I
guys
said,
are doing it.
Yeah, exactly. You're the ones that provided the content. I've seen people, like I said, there was that one period of time where everyone thinks everything's offensive, and just saying Dependa really, like, it jolts, just kind of like it hits the right nerve with somebody, and I'm like,
it does.
Don't if you don't consider yourself one, don't get upset. I mean, it's not. I mean, the Pentopotamus has been around for ages, since I was a Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Since I was, way back in the day. So I've heard the term Dependopotamus, and like that's almost 35 years ago. It's not like it's not like a new thing. Someone didn't make it up.
I didn't hear about it. I didn't hear about it until I was married. Also, I didn't even know he was getting in the military when we got married. So I didn't even marry the military. I married him. So I didn't know anything. And then all of a sudden I hear about Dependa, and I'm this little 19-year-old girl with no job who just moved 3,500 miles away from home. And I'm like, that's me.
I'm a Dependa. Is that
I'm a Dependa.
I'm a Dependa.
And then I start working. I'm like, oh, never mind.
I know what that means now. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that means now. I'm good. I'm not bad.
Like I said, there's some spouses that own it. I mean, I think dudes, like the stay-at-home dads, Dependa men should be,
There is definitely Dependa dudes.
Yeah. And Dependa dudes.
Definitely.
And it's not like, okay, look, that's a good thing too. That brings up a good question.
I will be doing a man. Yes, I will be doing Secrets and Lives of Books.
Okay. All right, I was about ready to ask. Now,
yeah.
I don't think there is a caricature of a man being a stay-at-home dad, a male Dependa. I don't think, because we talked about, I mean, Dependopotamus, it's generally depicted as a hippo with a wig on, like you.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'll go back to it's depicted as a female. I've never seen a dude Dependa. I've never seen a Dependa dude.
I have one in my coloring book.
What animal? What animal would you use?
I just did a hippo again. I'm doing a coloring book themed after this. And in the coloring book, I did do a Dependa dude in there. Just to try and play around with it. And then I did the kids too as little hippos. It's really cute. So,
no, that's genius. No, I love it. That should be the thing. That should be like the Berenstain Bears. It's like almost like
that's
but
what
hippos.
My coloring book is.
Yeah, it's like it's like hippos. You know what I mean? Male, female, and then little hiplets or little dependents.
I'll pull up one of the pictures because I finished the coloring book today, and it will be on Amazon. It takes 72 hours or something. But it's going for the same vibe where it's military themed.
Gotcha.
But I did let's see if it wants to.
There we go. Let me open. Aww. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. That's actually cute. I mean, I can't believe
I'm so cute, they're pretty cute. But then there's also this side. Hang on. Let me get the funny one up. We'll do this one. Hang on,
oh my god, hang on. Let me get this. Hang on. Let me get this right here. Let me get this a little bit. Hang on. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh
so
man.
There's some good ones in here, and then you got the PTA mom.
Oh man, that is okay. Yeah. That's So okay, so basically everyone's a hippo then.
For the Dependas they are.
For the Dependas, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do another once the Salty Sailors and Sea Stories come out, I'll do another one with the squid family, I guess.
The squid family. Oh my god, that's gonna be classic. That is hilarious. Oh man, that's so classic. So books for right now, possible cartoons in the future.
I want it.
Yeah, and then
Netflix, find me.
Yeah, I'm about to say Netflix or Prime. You know what I mean? Prime Video could do it too.
Prime, yeah.
Prime is. I mean, that's actually a good niche. That's a market that only us veterans, because okay, dudes, we do the coffee, the T-shirts, and the guns and stuff like that. But I've not seen anything what women. I'll say it, spouses or dependas. I don't see them. I think you're onto something, man. This is gonna be.
I hope so. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I keep trying to post stuff in some pages, but they're getting really tired of me posting my book, so I had to take a break for a while. I have to get some minions that are like, hey, you should read this book.
Yeah.
So they're posting for me right now, so I don't.
Well, I mean,
flood the feed.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell them, hey, here's a book that I'm getting, and here's a book that I'm writing, and somebody's asking and plug it, hey, you guys want to check it out, the book? Hey, I mean, because I get it. There's sometimes something in the inbox that I wish I could just tell the planet. And you're
there's a few stories that I'm not gonna write in here because they're too sad, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not going to put this person on blast just because you're mad at them, because this is like really bad.
I was about to say,
yeah.
have you received stories like that where there's been some real toxicity?
Yeah,
and
I've gotten some that actually made me cry. I've gotten some that pissed me off to the point where I'm like, no, I'm not posting that. Like, I'm not putting that in my book. Like, that is horrible. There's some subjects that I stay away from just because they're touchy and like. I don't want to write about it, because if it makes me sad, I'm not gonna write about it. It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's supposed to be humorous and stuff like that. Or maybe maybe we could talk. Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. Maybe that Deck Daddy or Army Jackass, whatever you decide to name him. or the Coast Guard Bear. Or the
bear.
I get out of nowhere. Weird. That is so weird. It's like Coast Guard's like bear. I got it. I mean, I get it. Some bears are near the ocean, but I thought it would be more, more ocean
theme.
Theme. Yeah. More fish theme or something like that. What would you call a merman or something like that? Because they're close to the shore, right?
You can do that. You can make them a mermaid.
A mermaid, yeah.
A bear mermaid.
Yeah, we got to catch. It's got to catch though. It's got to catch. You throw a couple of cartoons out there and see what it looks like. Your husband's obviously supportive of this. I just you're not like I said, has someone ever said, hey man, your old lady needs to knock that shit off, or has anybody?
No. He is bringing my book underway with him, and he's like, can you sign it, because I'm sure someone's gonna want to buy it for me when I'm out to sea. I'm like, yeah.
Here's a stack.
Yeah, but he actually didn't even know my book dropped on Amazon. He was underway for a month.
Okay. I was about to say, your husband doesn't know? Yeah, okay.
No, he didn't. He was underway. And then he came home. I picked him up, and I was like, hey, I got something to tell you. And I have a recording on the Instagram of me telling him, but I sold 1,000 copies in less than 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. So I'm almost at 1,300 copies in 2 months. So I was a bestseller on Amazon for a good 3 weeks.
That's awesome. Oh no, you're
I'm still in the top 20, I think, in humor. I don't remember where I'm at.
Well, I mean, as soon as I looked it up, it got you like. Yeah, you were like,
it's up there.
You got 82 ratings. You're matter of fact, let's look at your real time ratings here.
Oh gosh.
The ratings. I'm not going to go into the comments.
Yeah, don't. We got the salty ones in there.
I don't want to say. I'm already. Well, hang on. We'll just scroll down here to that one. There you go. That one bad comment. That one star right there.
Yeah.
So everyone. Chris. Chris, stop being a bitch. No, I should say that. I don't know, Chris. Anyway, so yeah, you're like I said, you got friggin', you got 3.6 out of 5.
It's pretty mixed.
Yeah,
pretty mixed reviews.
Yeah, it's a good.
Either love it or hate it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good rating, and some of individuals have said, and it's even got you in the categories of Leave Me Behind, Metal Swinger, 1,000 Seas, The Last. It's almost got you like in the romance section. It looks like.
Definitely not romantic.
No. It's there's another one, Mirth, Medicine, and Military. I mean, so it's War and Wisdom. So it has you in their algorithm of because most times Amazon, you don't really get a lot of the up and the top margin and the bottom margin of customers who always buy.
I also have the Kindle version out right now, and that one's a lot cheaper. It's only $5 something. I could have made it more expensive, but I'm a Kindle person, and I buy physical copies as a reward for finishing the book. So I wanted to make the Kindle version more, you know, more affordable for military families because
For
you know
Dependas.
paychecks suck. For Dependas,
For Dependas,
you know,
sorry.
we're not working.
Yeah. Okay, so the Dependa, as a matter of fact, let me because we go back and forth on the term dependent, and there's a lot of people that don't know what it. A dependent is a derogatory
There's
term.
a chapter.
There's a chapter of the meaning about it, of the meaning of dependent. Okay, then there you go.
Different types.
Different types of dependent. Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Actually,
without flipping through.
No, that's okay. I was just
yeah.
I just something to bring up is a, and this is what Google / Microsoft / all these other Dependa, and this is a general consensus, is a Dependa who is a Dependa, also known as a dependopotamus, is a pejorative term referring to the wives of military service people who live off their spouse's earnings and are typically associated with being lazy, overweight. The term is derived hippopotamus, which evokes an image of someone who is purely after the financial and rank benefits of their spouse. Urban Dictionary.
That TRICARE though.
Yeah, you had me at TRICARE. Yeah,
had me at TRICARE.
Yeah, and there's even websites and blogs written on 7 ways to avoid being called a dependa.
Honestly, yeah, it's pretty funny. When I was going into when I was writing the chapter about like the different types of dependas, I was like, okay, because there's different categories. There's like your working dependa, there's your nosy dependa, there's the white trashy dependa. Like there's so many of them, and so one of the chapters goes into detail about all the different types.
There we go.
What's that? Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we are sergeant. Yeah, exactly. My husband is a sergeant now. Interdependent. We are a sergeant.
Oh, gosh. I've been sharing so many funny ones on my Instagram because I'm trying to make it so both Deck Daddy and Miss Dependa are fighting over the Instagram. So like the memes that I've been posting to the stories are like back and forth between them.
So we haven't decided what Mr. Dependa. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the hippo again. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the hippo.
The hippo, and then
yeah,
and then the army. You're gonna use them as the representatives of the services instead. So
yeah, I gotta finish this one first, and then I gotta probably put all the different branches in a hat and just draw which one I'm gonna do next because it takes a lot of. Honestly, like I'm learning a lot too, but it takes a lot of just like looking up stuff and contacting people that are actually in those branches and.
Right.
Yeah, if I could get like some bigger blue checkmark creators to talk to about some stuff, that'd be really cool. Because
I'm pretty sure we could find somebody.
Honestly, and I could even feature you in my book.
No, I was about to say because making fun of it, yes, of course, but then I would have one of my many exes come out of the woodwork and say, "Was that about me? Was this about me or something like that?"
Honestly, yeah.
And as many as and I mean, I have exes. Not a lot. I mean, I have a handful. I have a significant amount of exes. I have exes, and so they're gonna know. They're gonna know details when I say something. So I'll leave it to the inbox. Salon magazine back in the day did an article back in 2017, and this is some of the stuff that I was doing some of the research. All I did was just dig up Dependa, and the next thing you know, all you got to do is it says meet the Dependa. As a matter of fact, I'll highlight the. Meet the Dependa, the ugly meme and sexist stereotype used to slur military spouses. And
what's her chest say?
It says the toughest job in the military on the top of her boobs. And then it says, I love my sailor on her arm with the little anchor.
Nope.
Oh man, that's awesome. So,
no, me and my husband, we've known each other since we were 10, and we actually started dating at 15. And so he didn't know what he wanted to do. And then after we got married, he's like, so the military, like what? What? I have plans, bud. Nope, pack your bags. We're moving 3,000 miles away. And we haven't gone back. So we ended up buying a house over here.
I mean, sometimes you gotta deal with what you gotta do. Okay, here's the full image of the Dependa.
And I can oh God.
It says sexually deprived for your freedom.
Nope. Nope.
This came from the Anti-Dependa Facebook page. I wonder if that page is still around.
There's an anti-dependa. Oh my god, we should post my book in there.
Oh yeah, I wish. Hang on, let me see.
Like, hey guys, have you seen this?
Matter of fact, let me Anti-Dependa. Okay, so it's on Facebook and it's Anti-Dependa. You know, it probably got taken down because like a lot of the like I was saying, stereotypes. Hang on, let me see if it's still active. Anti-Dependa. Oh no, it's still up.
Ooh.
Oh, here you go. Hang on. It's still up. Oh man. So the last post, and I'll pull it up for everybody in the audience to see. The last post of the Anti-Dependa was back in May 30th, 2022.
Oh, they're not active. It is because are they funny?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it just goes into. It even talks about the article that we just talked about from Salon Magazine.
There's another Facebook page. There's a person that runs it. I don't know who runs it, but I was in contact with them, and I think it's just called Dependapotamus or just Dependa. I don't know. My phone's being used to do this on, but she gave me a shout out, and she has a bunch of followers on there. I think it's just called Dependa.
This one right here. Who's the daddy? Paternity testing. That, I mean, this was posted. We posted this before on our page, and people freaked out. People got upset because we posted the who's the daddy paternity testing. Billboard ads for paternity testing cause stir in military community. So,
yeah, people need to scroll on if it makes them mad.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm sorry, but like,
just scroll. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jenna, thank you so much for hanging out. This has been fun.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
And this is definitely, and I'm sure as you start developing stuff, and I'm pretty sure our front desk can go ahead and get you squared away with the with some stories possibly.
Yeah,
we'll do a call out, and then that way we can see it. Matter of fact, I think let me just double check. I want to post it in the chats one more time, and then
they can send all their stories to that Instagram page. It's just Secrets and Lies of Military Wives, and it's on Instagram, and that's where I'm collecting all of them, and I print out all the stories.
Gotcha. So. Well, it's posted on all platforms, 2 Facebook pages, 2 YouTube pages, and on Twitter. So
thank you.
So yeah. So again, guys, gals, Jenna Lumb from author of Military Secrets and Lies of Military Wives. You can see right there, she's got her. She's even got the PC version up there, the black and white one, there. So, again, Jenna, thanks so much for hanging out. And then, we're going to take a break right quick. And then me and Jenna are going to shoot the shit and probably do some reconnects to make sure that none of my exes are in the book. And then,
I hope not.
Oh man, it's the Gutenberg Bible for my shit. Anyway. Oh man, we'll be right back. So everyone, relax. Smoke if you got them shots.
Knowing that I
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Ready to do some housekeeping. Just want to give a shout out to Jenna joining us. The secrets and lives of military wives. Sounds like a country music song, right? Secrets, lives. Oh, sorry. It's not really good to sing country while you're hearing a rave music going on. So, right? Heading up on the center stage is Ice. WTF Radio. WTF Moments. Anyways. Thank you again, Jenna, for hanging out. This was fun. Oh yeah. Hey, what do you hear? What do you say, Coach? Again, make sure you share, like, and follow. I dropped a couple of links in there. Just let me see. Yep. There you go. Drop the links on all the chats. You're currently listening to us live. 2 Facebook pages: U.S. Army WTF Moments, U.S. Army. Did I just say U.S. Army WTF Moments? Almost said it again. And WTF Nation Radio, 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and live on X. Appreciate you guys chatting in the X chat there. So yeah, there you go. So again, make sure you buy the book. Look at the links and all that. And let's see. Let's check out some housekeeping on. And then today it's me. Spanky had some stuff to do. So myself, Spanky, do the man the guns on Sergeant's Time. Friday FTX. It's another bye week. So it's going to stay on the same schedule, even though CQ had other things to do. So it was going to broadcast last Friday, but it's not going to broadcast this Friday. So more than likely, you'll probably see a fill-in from U.S. Space Force WTF Moments with their podcast, Late for Changeover. One day, you'll see possibly a show or something fill in that spot during the bye week. So we're still in the discussions of it. And of course, Saturday is going to bring you to the weekend co-ops with Nemo. He likes to game with U.S. Army WTF Moments' gaming crew at WTF Nation Gaming, or Stack Up, or Valor Gaming. And then, of course, Sunday is the actual King Smith and the coach. What do you hear? What do you say? You see him in the inbox, bullying people around, saying, forget about it, doing his poly pointing. Monday is myself and Massey, the Monday edition. As a matter of fact, let me check the calendar to see what we got going on here. And that way I can give you guys an update on who's guests that I got and all this. I got some guests lined up already, and some of them have already confirmed. So this is kind of cool. Let's see. Let me look right quick. Let me get my calendar open. All right. So okay. So what I was just saying, yeah. So Jenna Lumb, the secrets and lies of military wives was today, and then Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna have Dominic Miserandio. He's going to talk to us about financial stuff, finances, what the tariffs are all about and all that, and how the tariffs or the discussion of a trade war or not a trade war is affecting the U.S. economy. And that's going to be the Monday edition. And then on the 12th, the following Monday, we're going to have Sean Van Diver is the founder and president of Afghan Evac, and he's going to come on to shoot the breeze about all the stuff that's happening with the with his operation, his nonprofit to bring our Afghan allies home that were left behind in 2021. And then I guess I got another one here, and then let's see. We're gonna see another scheduled. What time do these usually start on the assigned days? They usually start around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, plus or minus tech issues or uploading issues and stuff like that. So yeah, all coordination with guests or something like that. So it's usually 8 p.m. for all the events Eastern Standard Time, unless they're pre-recorded or something like that. You'll just see a post up. See, I think that's it. Let's see. So yeah. So again, Jenna, thanks for hanging out. Make sure you share, like, and follow all of our WTF Nation /moments/ I guess you would say accounts. And let's see, I think that's just double checking. That's it. I think we're done. I think we're ready to wrap it up. So y'all have a good night. Share, like, and follow. Oh wait, let me get my camera back up again, because y'all are gonna see this right. Like that. There you go. Sorry, make sure you share, like, and follow, subscribe, smash the likes, yada yada yada. And then of course all the information that we discussed, to include the news stories about the update of the big drug bust that happened in the Fort Carson area in Colorado. You'll see it posted on the timeline at US Army WTF Moments. And you can follow me on, I got a Twitter account at the IO Guy. The IO Guy. I am the Grand Admiral Propaganda. So that's basically so if you go to Twitter and you look up, Grand Admiral Propaganda, who's that? It's me, the IO Guy. It's got my little ghosty things, because I'm all the ghosty stuff. So if you look at that little emblem that's behind me, that little ghost, then you'll see that it's more likely me. So I hope that answers your question there, Matt. Other than that, I think that's it. So y'all have a good night, and see ya. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Reigns. Officers orders driving us insane. ATF 0-30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Running watches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Zones and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the Army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our own kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our zen. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the Army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.